Let's do the eye model. So, to get started with, we have the cornea right here. So here is the cornea. Next we have the sclera. Sclera is a tough connective tissue where the extrinsic eye muscles are going to attach. So here are the extrinsic eye muscles here, and they're going to attach to the sclera. Let's look at the choroid. So we've opened the eye up, and now we're going to look at the choroid. The choroid is going to be this structure right here, which is going to consist of blood vessels. The choroid, red structure. Okay. Next we have the retina. That's this structure right here. It's where you have the rods and the cones. Here we have some blood vessels here. So the retina is right here. That's the orange structure. And we have the iris. Let me show you the iris on this model here. So we have the pupil right here. Here is your pupil. Here is your iris right here. Excuse me. Pupil and iris. I want you to know that the iris, when you think about the parasympathetic innervation, it's going to cause constriction of the pupil, and sympathetic innervation, it's going to cause dilation of the pupil. So the iris is the color part of your eye. Here's the sclera right here. Here's the lacrimal gland right here. And here's the lacrimal sac. Lacrimal gland here. And then lacrimal sac. Okay? Let's move on. We have the pupil right here. So here's your pupil. And here's the, excuse me, this thing's not, okay. So cornea is the very outside here. Here is the pupil right here. Here is the iris. Here is the sclera. Okay. So here's the cornea here. It's being removed. Okay. Right here we have the pupil. Right here is the iris. This structure right here is the lens. So this is the lens right here. I'm removing it. Okay? Virtuous body right here. And I should say the virtuous humor right here. And the aqueous humor would be in this area here, between the cornea and the lens, in this area here. And it would be a gelatinous-like structure, the virtuous humor, and the aqueous humor would be more clear when we do the sheep eye dissection. When we do the sheep eye dissection. Okay. Optic nerve. This is the optic nerve right here. Optic nerve. Let me put this back on here. So Here's the optic nerve right here. Okay. Now, right here is the optic nerve. Now, we have the fovea centralis. Here's the fovea centralis here. This is going to be a portion within the retina where you have a large concentration of cones. And you can see it right here as well. Here's the fovea centralis. It's going to be where you have a large concentration of cones. And then right here would be the blonde spot area. This would be called the optic disc. And this is where you have the central artery and vein here. Okay. And I want to show you the vorticose. Veins. So these structures right here on the posterior part of this eye here, vorticose veins here, 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 here. You can see right there, vorticose veins. Okay, I want to show you some muscles here. So this muscle right here is a superior rectus muscle. This muscle right here is the medial rectus muscle. This muscle right here on this side is the lateral rectus muscle. And this muscle on the inferior side would be the inferior rectus muscle. And we have this muscle right, this tendon right here, excuse me. This is the superior oblique tendon right here. Hopefully you can see that. Superior oblique tendon. And then we have, sorry about that. Let's flip this over here. Then we have the inferior oblique muscle right here. Inferior oblique muscle. And right here we see the vorticose veins again. So, right here on this little eye from the 3B scientific model, we see the lacrimal gland and then the lacrimal sac right here. And then we have the pupil, iris, sclera, lateral palpebral ligament, medial palpebral ligament. Then we have the extrinsic eye muscles, the superior rectus muscle right there. And then we have this muscle right here, the lateral rectus muscle, and then we have the inferior rectus muscle, and then we have the medial rectus muscle. And this structure right here would be the lacrimal gland, lacrimal sac, and lacrimal gland right here. Okay? And on this model here, we have the superior rectus muscle, lacrimal gland, lateral rectus muscle, medial rectus muscle, and inferior rectus muscle, and then obliquus oculi inferior muscle. Or this would be the inferior oblique muscle. Same thing here. This muscle right here. Inferior oblique muscle. Okay. And I think that's got it for the eye. So here we have this eye model, and of course this eye model here has been broken. And then this eye model here. And that's got it.